Good evening, good afternoon, and or good morning to anyone who's listening to this. This is Roman W. Hurlbert coming at you live with the podcast. Hell, I might upload this as a standalone video for the channel, but as of now, this is the podcast. Yeah. So let's get started for you. I got two news stories for you today. One related to the Brian Laundrie. Brian, what's his name? Brian Laundrie. His name's literally Laundrie. Okay. His name's Brian Laundrie. About 2 months ago, him and his girlfriend, Gabby Petito was dead, something like that. But now, he has been found dead. And his his remains and items were found in Florida. The remains were found in an area that had been underwater. So, there's that. They apparently, according to a close source to the investigation, apparently the human remains were there. The human remains have been there a while, whatever that means. So his dead body could have been sitting there for who knows, a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, a month, 2 months, who knows. His parents helped with the discovery. The area where the discovery remains was the area of the park that the law enforcement was initially informed on. I know, am I right? Am I right or am I right? When they went in, some point, as they went further in, Chris ventured off to the trail. I'm reading this on CNN, by the way. He was zigzagging in different areas. Law enforcement was doing the same thing. And Roberta Laundrie was walking down the trail. And at some point, Chris located what's called a dry bag. A dry bag is a white bag laying in the woods, 20 feet or so off the trail. But to basically wrap up this segment, his remains were found. His items were found. He has been dead for a good while. And yeah, they found him and he's dead. So yeah. But they will look into his items, and apparently he had a journal, so that's what they're going to go for next. And our next story comes from the New York Times. Gunman pleads guilty in the Parkland school shooting. You know, the Stoneman Douglas High School in Florida. Nicholas Cruz on February 14th, 2018. He killed 17 people. February 14th, if you didn't know, was Valentine's Day, so that sucks. I know what I was doing on February 14th, 2018. I was serving time in the focus room, because the day before I did some, let's say, not very good things. And by that I did something bad. But that's not, let's not get into that. That's not about me. So, Nicholas Cruz pled guilty to the murder of 17 people, leaving his fate, which is either spending his life in prison or facing death, in the hands of a jury. He was wearing a blue shirt under a black sweater vest. Good information. He pleaded guilty after the judge read a lengthy list of questions about whether he understood the gravity of his plea and that he could lead to his death. He responded with guilty 34 times as the judge read each charge, including each victim's name. The case next heads to the penalty phase, scheduled to begin on January 4th, 2022, in which a jury will be selected and, after hearing testimony, will recommend a sentence to the judge. So on January 4th, he will either be sentenced to life in prison or he's gonna die that day. Prosecutor laid out a chilling account of Cruz's crimes. In the courtroom, relatives of the victims consoled each other as others breathed deeply, silently wiped tears from their eyes. It was not a good day. Cruz apologized to them as he hunched over a podium. Appearing to read from a prepared statement, he said he had trouble living with us. And I quote, he said this, "I am very sorry for what I did, and I have to live with it every day. I love you, and I know you don't believe me." He also suggested that drugs were the source of some of society's ills. What the hell is this, Persona 5? "I believe this country would do better if everyone would stop smoking marijuana and doing all these drugs and causing racism and violence out in the streets," he said. Racism. What the hell is this, 1964? Armed with a legally purchased semi-automatic rifle, he killed 19 people. He killed 14 students and 3 faculty members, and he injured 17 more people. And it basically just goes back to how he even shot people, how he wanted to commit a mass murder in elementary school, killing many kids. Not good. Not a good thing indeed. So, there was that story. What do I think he deserves? Do I think he deserves life in prison or death? He killed, 14 students? He killed 14 children, like at least under the age of 14, 15. Do I think he deserves death? Maybe. Maybe that's for the better. Because he claims he's sort of right. He can say he's sorry all he wants, but that ain't gonna help. He took children's lives. Their whole lives ahead of him. Just gone because of this dude. Sad day indeed. Sad day indeed. Well, alrighty. That's probably gonna do it for this episode of... I had an idea for this podcast. I don't know what I was gonna call it though. I think I was gonna call it like Let's Be Boomers. Because even though podcasts aren't a boomer thing, I don't know. I gotta think of a name for it somehow. That's gonna do it for this podcast episode. Hope you enjoyed. Hope you were acknowledged. And this is the pilot episode. Pilot, as in, it might not get picked up. It might get picked up. If I pick it up, expect more of these. So, yeah. Hope you enjoyed.